Step off.
Come on, won't you say it loud? Ayo, we gon' turn this out. Tom Clock's main event. Dropkick now and powerbomb. Ayo, bro, let's bring this on. Hey, hey, what is up? Oh, captain, my captain, show the stuff. Power slammer, suplex 2. Hot garbage is just for you. Big breaker, cut a cold red. Figure 4, hot times ahead. Since 2014, it's on. It's a 10 count, but stand up strong. Hey kid, no DQ, strong style. Chop, this is how it do. Tom Clock's main event. Tom Clock's main event. Tom Clock's main event. Tom Clock's main event.
Hey, what's up, kids? Welcome back to the program. Tom Clark back here with you yet again another Friday. Happy Friday to you, one and all. Apologies for not being here last week. We got really busy last week, brother. I'm not kidding. All week long. It was a mad dash to the end of the week. But we are back this week. We appreciate you guys being patient. We are on the cusp. We are on the eve of a major winter storm. And if you're living in a part of the country of these United States is going to be affected, please be safe this weekend. Stay home if you can. Call in if you can, okay? And everybody take care of each other out there, man. I am in the Mid-Atlantic region of these United States, so we are bracing at my home. We're doing all we can. I don't really have a great big stockpile of food and, canned goods and a big root cellar of stuff because, I'm not a crazy gun-toting ne'er-do-well. How well do I do ne'er? That's how often. No, I mean, we're going to do what we can do, man. We've been in the grocery store. We got a few supplies. We're going to see what happens. We will ride the storm out, as Ario Speedwagon has said. Before we go any farther, let's get the appropriate, hey, what you call it, going on up top here. That way everybody can see what we're all about. Yeah, there we go. Isn't that pretty? Professional, yeah. I knew you'd think so. Thanks, everybody, again, as we said before, for tuning in today. If you will, take a quick moment, please and thank you, and follow us on YouTube, Boink Studios on the YouTube. You will find all of our podcasts there. Tom Clark's Main Event, Tom Clark's Six and Podcast, Bear Mode, a podcast review of the Bear. You also find the complete series so far of Two Nations Under Ted Lasso podcast. You'll also find Ray Sports and Slams. You'll find the Patent Report as well as Bachman's Basement. Brand new episode of Bachman's Basement coming out tomorrow. You don't want to miss it as Chris and the other Chris review Roadwork, the Stephen King / Richard Bachman novel. It's a great episode, kids. You don't want to miss that one. That'll be coming your way at 10 a.m. Eastern in the morning. So even though the weather happens, Boink Studios keeps churning out the content. How you like that? Pretty good, huh? Kids, if you will, do me a favor and smash the like button before we go any farther. Share this on your feed, on the Facebook, on the Instagram. Well, you can't share links on Instagram. I continue to be appalled and disgusted with the Instagram platform. It's pretty to look at. But in terms of functionality, it is hot garbage. I missed my opportunity, didn't I? I'd backtrack, but now y'all know what I'm going to do. In terms of functionality on Instagram, what is it?
Hot garbage.
There it is. Oh, my God, I did it. Isn't that great? I hadn't hit that button in a while, even though I am surrounded by an inordinate amount of it. Trust me when I tell you, and it stinks. Oh, it stinks. Verily, it stinks. Robbie's here. Good to see you, Rob. What's going on? JP in the house. E, what's going on, my friend? Hang in there with the weather. We're gonna circle back to that as we go. Tim's here. Good to see you, Tim. Thank you as always for hanging out, brother. Appreciate you. Alma, good to see you. Hang in there, my friend. All the best to you, Alma, as always. Kids, before we go any farther, I got a guest on board here today. You know him from Ray Sports and Slams. That's right. Podcast host extraordinaire, live every Monday at 6 p.m. Fingers crossed on this Monday. We'll see how the power situation goes in mine and his states respectively. Yeah. But let's bring him on board without any further ado. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the show, Mr. Ray Dean. Ray all day. What's up?
What's up, brother? How are you doing?
I'm all right, man. How are you?
Good to see you, man. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute since you've been on my show anyway.
I haven't been on your show in a minute.
Right?
Yeah, I know. Man. I'm like, wow, I haven't had a wrestling conversation in a minute. Like, I need this.
Yeah. We got to get wrestling on your podcast.
Dude, we got to get wrestling on there, dude. I need you to be on my show and do a wrestling show. That has to happen really soon.
Well, we've talked about it, but then things keep coming up.
Yeah. It's got to be a pay-per-view coming up with AEW because I'll never do the other one.
Well, listen, man, your show is just bumper to bumper major pro sports.
Yeah.
So like, we've talked about, throwing a wrestling segment in here and there. I just, I feel like the Sports and Slams crowd is there for the sports, and we'll throw a little bit of wrestling in, but I don't want to detract from what you're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear it. There's a big big football NBA crowd in that chat.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody, please welcome Ray back to the show. You guys know Ray here.
Thank you, everybody.
So,
I appreciate the love. Good to see
absolutely.
everybody.
John Assel's watching. Astel? Yes, Asel. Thank you for watching, John. He's watching on the Facebook. We appreciate you very much. Folks are saying hello.
What's up, Jeff?
He is stirring up trouble as he always does.
Oh, what else is new?
Um,
what's good? How are you? And there's my boy. They did not lose, Tim. They beat themselves.
See that? That's a way out of it, I suppose.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference between winning a game and the other team just lost. Miami lost. Indiana didn't win.
JP, you were talking about changing the name of the show because you never talk wrestling. Well, technically, JP, slam could also stand for slam dunk.
Yes, it could.
And when the guys go a little hard on some people, maybe that's a slam. I'm just saying, you got to think outside the box here, man.
Think outside the box. And we had some wrestling comments. Hey, Rob, you should watch the show, Robbie. You would love it.
Robbie, every Monday, 6 p.m., Ray Sports and Slams on the Facebook.
On the Facebook. Boink Studios. Got to follow the page.
That's right. All right, Ray, we're going to have a real loose Eve of the Storm of the Century broadcast here today as we're all buckling down and hiding our wives and children.
Getting bread and milk.
From the onslaught that is to come. Powerhouse Hobbs, apparently it's official. He has signed with WWE. So I guess that means he will maybe no longer be Powerhouse. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to give him some weird name, I guess, and then they'll credit him for choosing the name or something, and then we'll all be like, oh, it's still dumb. I hope he's Powerhouse Hobbs regardless, but I don't know what's going to happen. What's your thoughts on this, man, before I tell you anything? What's your thoughts?
I knew things were not looking good when they lost the trios belts immediately. So I was like, oh, I guess this is actually true now. He's definitely going to WWE because there was a lot of rumors up to this. And I was like, nah, I can't see him leaving. He's doing pretty good. He's part of the ops. He's looking strong. Once they lost those belts, I was like, okay. Now they didn't even bring his name up. So they're almost pretending like he never existed. Like they couldn't put a storyline in that he got hurt. They couldn't put a storyline in that he, turned on Joe. Like it's weird. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, why couldn't you create an angle that made sense? Okay, they lose the belts. He turns on Joe and he leaves. But now they don't even bring his name up. So I hope and pray that he doesn't come to WWE and has to either become a rapper or has to dance and sing. I'm praying to God. So that's my wish. If that happens, I just want to be a regular guy.
Or he has to be a thief.
Yeah, or a thief. Or he has
Steal stuff.
another accent that, he's not Jamaican or Haitian or, because, folks, I hate to break a spoiler, Femi is not Nigerian. Obafemi is not Nigerian. Obafemi is a regular American who has no accent, but they just felt it made him look better to have this weird accent. So
I remember going to a Raw years ago when Santino was still there, and there was a guy like 2 rows down from me hurling insults. Like Santino can hear him 45 rows back or something, but hurling insults at Santino. And his justification, he finally turned around and told everybody, was that Santino is not Italian, and he was really been out of shape over that. Because this guy was, and he was very offended by he's not even Italian. I'm thinking, have you ever watched pro wrestling? I mean, this is Mexican people have been passed off as Native American, and there's been all kinds of weird stuff happen. Like, I'm not happy about a lot of it, but that's I don't know.
What it is.
It is what it is. But no, you're right. When it comes to that company specifically, there's been many times where you're like, they're doing what with this guy? Yeah, I don't know.
Like in AEW, Powerhouse Hobbs is just Powerhouse Hobbs. Just a regular, big, strong wrestler. In WWE, they're going to gimmick him up. And I just praying it's nothing dumb.
Well, look, here's what I told everybody here. Go back and look if you don't believe me, everybody. But I told everybody here when Cody went back, I was like, I wish Cody the best. I hope it works out this time. I hope they do right by him. Buddy, have they done right by this guy?
Yeah,
Like, absolutely, you know? And I'm not trying to compare Hobbs to Cody, and I don't know if Hobbs would want me to do that. But like, you know, I feel like Hobbs has improved by leaps and bounds since the first day he got to AEW, right? Like
Agree.
he really has gotten better. And his look, I mean, if you're a wrestler and you don't look like that, you wish you looked like that. Like, it's just, you know, you either have that look or you can either build that look, right? In other words, you can either get there or you're just not capable of getting there. But man, Hobbs just looks like a freaking star, dude. You know what I mean?
Looks like a star.
Yeah. All the
Yeah,
best.
he's
to
got
him.
the look. I'm sorry he left, but I guess they had nothing else for him in AEW.
Rob says, hate to put a damper on Powerhouse. I'm afraid they will make him a huge joke. He would have been better. Well, you know, Rob, as you know, there is no ROH. That is just a name that Tony's throwing on there. And you know, all due respect to Tony, he does treat the ROH brand with respect, and I really appreciate him doing that. But it's not really a separate entity. TNA wouldn't have been able to pay Hobbs this moment of ringtone brought to you by your friends at Tom Clark's Main Event. I usually silence my phone, and the one time I don't, there you go. Crazy. TNA would not have been able to give Powerhouse Hobbs the payday that WWE is, for sure.
That's facts.
And I hope Hobbs gets paid. I hope he gets paid well. And I hope he has a good time, and I hope he stays healthy, and that this is everything he wants, and I hope it all works out for him. I truly do.
Amen.
He'll be missing
Make his money.
AEW. Yeah,
will.
get your money. Yeah, for sure, dude. He's not a young man in wrestling years. He's 35, so he's not a young man in wrestling years. But you know, Sting was 66 when he left, or whatever.
Yeah.
God. You know what I mean?
Crazy. And he was still he was actually able to work when he was in his early 60s. Crazy.
Right. Which again, kids, not trying to compare Sting to Hobbs. Let's see. Tim says Mr. Iguana won his match last Saturday night.
Love some Mystery Iguana.
Fernando says, who cares? It only matters if the gimmicks are racist. But Fernando, here's what I tell you, my friend. I think racist is a term that can be defined differently based on who you are. Like, I believe there's connotations to different gimmicks. I believe there's different ways to view different gimmicks. And I'm not trying to get all deep on you here or anything, Ray, but like, you know, what you or I may or may not find offensive, someone else may find offensive. Like Crime Time. I mean, kudos to those guys for giving it everything they had.
Yeah,
but if I'm an African-American man, maybe I'm a little offended by that gimmick. I don't know.
Just a touch.
I can't answer that because I don't know. But like, I think a lot of that is it's in, I think, how you view things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
What's best case scenario for Hobbs in your opinion, Ray, when he gets there?
If they make him like this unbeatable force, like I just don't want him to. The worst thing I want is for him to come with a phony accent. He's like Obafemi's other brother or something silly. Like, that's what I don't want. And I don't want him to, you know, be anything stereotyped, like, you know, rapper, drug dealer, pimp, something really that will be really offensive to me. If he's just a regular big muscle guy, fine. Like, I would love Obafemi if he didn't play this Nigerian gimmick. I mean, he's got the things on, a spear. Like, come on, dude. Like, what is that about? Like, it's just too much for me personally. I don't like it. Especially when I've heard him talk. He was on the WWE show, Let's Go, I think, when he was auditioning. Guys, is talks like you and I. So that's what I have a problem with. Yeah, like, you couldn't come up with something better than that.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know the story behind that guy's gimmick. I don't know if it's done as a tribute to someone in his family or if it's done as a tribute to somebody else. Like, I don't have any
I don't
idea.
know. I know he's just being not Nigerian. So I don't know if someone in his family is.
I don't know. Rebecca says, do you think Tommaso Ciampa will go to the Indies or independent circuit? I mean, if I were Ciampa, I'd take a beat, but also Ciampa is older than 35. So, you know, let's be honest, guys. He was in the Indies before he got to WWE. Ciampa could sign his own. He could ask whatever price he's asking for, he'll get it in whatever company. I mean, right now, companies on the independent circuit who can afford to pay him, they're going to be paying him if he's taking bookings for sure. Ray, this guy is so good. He's proven it time and time and time again. What do you think is the outlook for this guy moving forward?
I could see him in TNA. I could see Tommaso in TNA. Do I think he can go to AEW? I don't know, because I'm not sure he's ready to be like a second tier guy. I'm sure he's probably still in his mind. And hey, to his credit, because I think he's a good star. He still may want one of those top spots. And I don't think there's room in AEW for him to be a top guy, at least in my opinion. So I think better for him in TNA, or if he wants to go to the Indies and do his thing there. But AEW, I just feel like I don't know what you do with him there.
I'd like to see him there for no other reason. I'd like to see him become like a player coach. I'd like to see them. He's a guy that I believe if you can make him happy with money and give him a good deal, you could work him part-time on camera and part-time backstage. I think he'd be great with the talent. I think he'd be great to work with some of the younger cats who like to fly around the ring because he knows all that stuff, yeah,
he does.
I think it'd be great to have him as a talent backstage. Whether or not we'll get there, I don't know, but I'd be interested to see. Fernando says, just because someone else finds something offensive that others do not doesn't make them automatically right. Doesn't make them wrong either. I'm not saying, Fernando, that gimmicks have to be tailor-made for three people. I'm just saying, I'll give you an example. I've called it out many times on this podcast before, Ray. You know this. Everybody that's watching today knows this. If they've never seen it, hi, welcome to the show. Brock Lesnar, the big corn-fed white boy, destroying Kofi Kingston in 30 seconds, destroying Big E in how many seconds. Doesn't that look away to everybody? I mean, if I'm wrong, so be it. It looks away to me. But, okay, I don't think that's cool. You know what I mean?
Considering he had to climb such a mountain to beat Bryan Danielson, just him get squashed in 30 seconds to Brock Lesnar is ridiculous.
The stuff with Booker T and Triple H, which I know is a drum we've all beaten until it's worn out. But was that okay, everybody? Booker says it was, but Booker's in WWE's hip pocket. No disrespect to Booker, but that dude loves everything that company does, and he sure loves it on camera, too.
Preach.
I'm just saying.
Do anything to Booker T. Booker T's got WWE blinders on like a horse.
Him and Bubba Ray both do.
Oh, both do.
And,
oh, my God.
And again, this is not said out of a place of hate or dislike for either guy. I don't hate or dislike either guy. What's up, Mac?
What's up, buddy? Matt Garvin, co-host, Race Sports and Slams.
Mm-hmm.
He's living in heaven right now because his Giants got a coach. So kudos to him. I know he's happy.
I think that hopefully it'll work out for him. Any chances of rumors about Cena? What are the rumors? What have I missed about Cena?
Yeah, I don't know what the rumors are either. I was gonna say, do you know something I don't know?
Unless it just happened. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he.
What's the rumor? I really don't know.
Let's see, I don't know. I've had my head down all week as well, so maybe I missed something. Know. He says he's done in the ring. So if the question's about retirement, it seems like he's done.
Yeah, but I don't see him ever getting in the ring again.
Okay, there's a rumor going around. He'll return to WWE Raw in 2026. I do not think that's going to happen. I think you'll see him again, but it just is a way of saying hello. But that's my opinion. Anything could happen.
But do you actually see him ever getting in the ring again?
No.
Okay, I don't see it either.
Well, I mean, Sean said he wouldn't. Taker said he wouldn't. Kane said he wouldn't, and they all did. Because money talks. Yeah, money talks, That's true. Tim says, are the Death Riders becoming faces now? I still think there's going to be a day of reckoning coming, but But also, I don't know how to call that Death Rider stuff, man. Like
That is
I
the
think
weirdest angle in wrestling right now.
to
I have
me
no
it
idea what
is
that's about. Oh my
'cause it
God, that's so weird. I thought you were going to bring this up, so I was waiting for it.
yeah, it felt like it was going one direction and then all of a sudden nothing, which I'm okay with. I think they're stronger than they ever have been, and I think as long as John's got that belt, it's going to be hard to kick him out of the group because John could say, "Wait a minute, what have you done?" Whoever the somebody is, like, "Are you world champion? Then why are you kicking me out of the group? I got a championship and I want a tournament." I don't know. It just
I don't
seems
know.
silly at that point.
Like, is it all going to turn on Pac? Is Pac going to make them? Like, I don't know. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Because now they're feuding with the Callis family. I don't understand.
Fernando says if Booker T says he was fine with it, we should all be fine with it. Who are we to tell him he's wrong? I can have an opinion, Fernando, and I don't like the angle. Fernando, if you love it and you love WWE, brother, go with God. But I got a problem with it. And I feel like if someone is out there doing that kind of stuff and allow themselves to be called boy and all this other stuff, and I mean, I guess a paycheck's a paycheck, but I thought he was above that. And I think a lot of that storyline was beneath him.
Especially considering the position he was in at that point.
Yeah. Well, to Fernando's point, it's silly pro wrestling. So, like, none of this is real anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe if maybe we are making something out of nothing. I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like there's a line you don't want to cross.
I agree with that.
Even if it's wrestling, even if it's getting paid. Yeah, he may not have a problem with it, Fernando, but yeah, like Tom says, it bothered me to see him tell him, grab my bags, dance for me. Like, come on, dude.
And you know what? You know how you have a point? Who won the feud?
Exactly.
Now, would it have made it better? Would it have made it okay if Booker had won? No, but it sure would have helped. But
yeah,
he ain't winning that feud. Come on, man.
Yeah. It just proved that everything he said was true.
Yeah. JP says, well, I never liked Goldberg. He defeated everyone in 20 seconds. I mean, to be fair, though, JP, that wasn't Goldberg beating anybody. That's what he was told to do. I get what you're saying, but Goldberg didn't take it upon himself to beat somebody in 20 seconds. He was told to do that. That's how it's booked. And look, before JP says it, well, that's how Brock was booked. You're not wrong. But I'm saying, don't we think that's a problem? And if we don't, fine. I think it's a problem. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's a good look for a company that historically doesn't do right by African-American performers. That's what I'm saying. Okay? That was my point. Rebecca says, what about the way they are having the ring general Gunther in people's careers doesn't play well in front of camera? With him being German, I guess? Is that your point? Ray, what's your take on that?
He's not really pushing the German accent as much as he being like this like career killer. So he doesn't really bother me too much. If he was doing some like German saluting stuff and like really went over the edge, I'd have a problem with it. But to me, he doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't feel that German vibe from him. You know what I mean? He doesn't exude it during his performance.
I mean, they're getting behind him, buddy, because I think he's going to retire AJ. He's going to retire.
Oh,
AJ.
yeah. Bank that. AJ's done. That's a wrap.
I mean, at some point, you got to put WWE Championship on this guy.
Yeah, they do.
I think.
I'm shocked Mello has a belt.
Yeah.
My friend just texted me that news. I didn't even know. Was he Intercontinental Champion? What champion does he have?
Honestly, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let's see. General manager replacing Adam Pearce. I don't know. Who are we talking about? Replacing Adam Pearce.
Cena.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. John is great on camera. He's funny. He's witty. He's quick. He's sharp. He could do it in a heartbeat. Would he want to? That involves traveling. That involves, making a commitment, and he just let go of all those commitments to be able to do other things. Would he want to take that role again? Because, unless they just filmed a whole bunch of vignettes and backstage stuff weeks ahead of time to play live, he'd probably have to get on the road again. I don't know if that's something he'd want to do, but it's possible.
Yeah, I just don't see it. He's got more money in the movie thing. Why would he want to do this? mean, it's not physically hurting his body, but financially, I'm like, dude, if you're making millions and millions doing movies, like, why would you want to? I don't know.
Yeah.
But he drinks the Kool-Aid too, so it's whatever.
JP says, look at the system. They just turned completely heel Thursday. I saw that.
Yes, I did see that. I'm actually getting into TNA a little bit.
I don't. Yeah, I like TNA. I said for years I'd like to see them keep going and keep getting bigger. From what I understand, didn't watch it, so everybody. But from what I understand, that AMC debut wasn't awesome. But I don't know. All the best to them for sure. Max says it's like Marvel with Wonder Man series coming up and Ironheart. They release all episodes at once, but WandaVision and Agatha are at the wall. Man, Mac talking Marvel in the middle of a wrestling show. Come on, Mac.
I don't even know what he's talking about. That was like Greek right there.
No.
I have no idea what he's talking about. That's your talk.
Well, we always have an open floor at the end of the show here, kids. So we talk about a little bit of everything, not just pro wrestling. Speaking of Germany, what's up, Sandy in Germany? What's up, my friend? Fernando, I feel like we're just not making you happy today, brother. I feel like nothing we say makes you happy. I feel like you just don't like the show today, Fernando. I hate that. We all like you so much. I hate that you don't like the show today. I can't speak for Rebecca, but Rebecca's question sounded to me like, do you think it's a problem because he's German and he's destroying people, and plus the weird climate we have in this country right now? If I take that out of context, so be it. Fernando, here's what I tell you. It's all pro wrestling. None of it matters. Just try to enjoy the ride. That's all.
Reach.
Oh, Sandy got us. Mello is the U.S. champ.
Oh, okay. He's the U.S. champion. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Good for him.
Good for him. I like him. I would wish he would go to AEW. Because he's not getting the big prize. That's never happened.
Well, you can't never say never. But, we'll see.
We'll see.
Brenny, I don't want to get your name wrong. Brenny's. Apologies, my friend, if I'm butchering your name. Brenny's Green 2410. They had a laptop. Great call. They had a laptop be a general manager. What am I talking about? I forgot all about that. One of the worst gimmicks I've ever seen in my life. Remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
The unknown GM or whatever it was they called it. Rhea says Trey Miguel was screwed by worthless wrestling fans bringing up things that happened 6 years ago. He even apologized. Do you know about this one?
No, I don't know what he did.
So the Rascals were coming to AEW. They advertised it for a couple of weeks, and at the last minute, I think it was Warner. Was it Time Warner? Who am I thinking of? Warner Brothers Discovery, I guess?
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, pulled the plug because Trey had some tweets from the past, and I think they were homophobic and some other things. And he had apologized since then and everything, but they kept him off TV. Kids, it's the same outfit that kept Jay Briscoe off TV, off AEW television. Remember? Everybody remember that? They allowed him to be on that Ring of Honor thing because that was on Ring of Honor streaming app, not on AEW television. They wouldn't let him on AEW TV. So because of his comments. And wow. I'm not going to defend anybody, Ray, for homophobic comments or ill behavior. Do I think that people can be genuine in their apologies and they become a better person? I believe it's possible. Do I know that's what happened with Trey? I don't know that, but I also don't know that it didn't either. Do you know what I mean? Like,
so the other two guys are in AEW and he's gone.
That so far, I believe that's what's happening. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And I think he's actually gone back to TNA because the guy's got to keep working,
Yeah. So
JP says, yeah, TNA's AMC WWE is very good. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it, man. Yeah. I'm glad you liked it. I should go check out the replay. So yeah. And see, Tim right behind him says TNA first episode on AMC was okay.
Okay.
Kids, you can see we're keeping it pretty loose here today. E, I'm not even going to put your question up on the air. If you got to ask me that question on live broadcast, you know how I feel about this. you know how I feel. Real quick before we get back to the news, everybody, MJF versus Brody. Brody King stepped up to MJF for the AEW World Championship. I don't think they even made a match, but Revolution's coming. Don't know if it'll be Brody. I kind of wanted Brody to come out and, spit fire and breathe smoke like a dragon at him, and it kind of didn't happen. I guess that's okay, but we all love Brody, right, Race? But what you think long term, Brody being a world championship contender?
I would like to see him get those matches. Do I see him being the world champion? Probably not. I think MJF is keeping that belt for a while. But I liked Brody. I think he's good. People like him. That Barket thing is catchy as heck. So yeah, I mean, I have nothing against him. I hope they don't turn this into, some type of angle with him and Bandino. Bandino turns on him or something like that. I like that those two guys as a team. So we shall see. But MJF's promos are getting better and better and better.
He's so good.
He is. Dude, like him or don't like him, dude, his mic is on another level. You got to give it to him.
Oh, dude, he's one of the best they have.
Yeah, no question about it.
For sure.
One of the best they have.
Sandy got us back on point. Gunther is Austrian. I got to tell you, I think I knew that, but for some reason, I think it's the presentation.
He's German, yeah. It's the priest because he's wearing all black and the boots.
It's the music, it's the vibe, and I'm not saying, well, they know they're trying to portray. I don't know. Maybe it just comes off that way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. When the announcer says his name with that hard accent, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Which I'm not going to do.
I'm not going to do it either.
But man, I knew him when he was Walter back in the Indies. He was in OTT in Ireland, I think. Yeah. And he was working JD McDonough before he was JD McDonough. And I can't remember the guy's name before he was JD McDonough. Somebody remind me in chat what the guy's name was. But there's a video package on YouTube they had 2 matches those two guys did. Phenomenal. The video package are fantastic. So good. So I knew him when he was just big as in beefy big.
Yeah.
And he was putting handprints on guys back then. Like insanity. I don't know that it would have been Jordan Devlin. Thank you, yes. Sandy.
That's his name. I was silent because I'm thinking in my head, do you smell smoke? That was me. I'm thinking, what was his name? Jordan Devlin.
Brother, BKL at Sports Entertainment Show. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for watching us. Yeah, good call, JP. He's Walter and the same music. And they didn't use the Gunther name until a little while later. David Down Under, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you back on this show.
Do you see Brody getting the belt?
No.
Okay.
I kind of can't believe he hadn't turned on Bandito and destroyed him yet, which maybe is the WWE condition part of my brain telling me those things.
That's what I always have that condition too. I'm like, is he going to lose and then Bandito's going to come to the ring and console him and he's going to turn on him?
Yeah.
Is that the angle they're looking for? I hate that.
I don't like it either. I just wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Some people still think Swerve's going to turn on Heyman. I'm like, Swerve don't need to be turning.
No.
I want to see Heyman. Well, it's going to happen, but I don't want to see it happen for a while. Him and Paige need to be like this for a bit. But I do feel like that when Omega interjected himself a couple weeks ago, you could see, Swerve get him the side eye. I don't think the character liked that too much. And, I think all that together, there's going to keep being breadcrumbs dropped until he takes Omega's head off.
Wow. Okay.
That's what
I think he's just so over as a face. I don't see why you would do it to him.
Yeah, he's just such a great sinister heel. I'm with you. He's a great face, but he's such a great sinister heel. But I'd like to see him and Heyman hang out for a bit first.
Yeah, I want that to last a little longer.
Maria says Brody should face MJF. I agree. At Revolution. 100%. Yeah. But watch ended up being like a 3-way or something.
Is there any chance you can see Hangman turning on Swerve?
All right. Again, silly pro wrestling doesn't matter. But I don't think it'd be good for Hangman to do that.
Okay.
Because, you know what I mean? Like, you put a grown man in chaps and call him a cowboy and a hangman in 2026, that's a hard sell. Which is why I believe that when he got that championship the first time, the crowd started going soft. Because after a while, that gimmick's like, yeah, he's such a likable guy. I don't want this. They want faces in that company to have an edge. And Page has an edge now, and he earned it. So, like, when you turn him heel, I just don't know what good that does. I think it would make more sense for Swerve to turn than Page, but that's me talking.
Okay. I just feel you've built him up so much, and everybody's chanting his name, whose house, and he's got new music, which I think is insane. I love it.
I like it too.
Isn't Ghostface on there?
Ghostface Killer, I think, is on there.
But it's really good.
I think it's Ghostface Killer. It's one of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, it's one of the Wu-Tang. I'm pretty sure it's Ghostface, but don't quote me. I don't know what it would make sense for him to turn.
I don't know. Brother PKL says MJF responded to King by saying that King had been fighting. I like that line, tomato cans and jabronis.
That was fantastic.
That's a great line.
Can't touch MJF on the mic.
I think MJF does especially well with people that can play off of him really well.
Yeah.
Like, you can have the best talker in the locker room, but if he's in there talking with a guy that really can't quite react the way you need him to or keep up the way you need him to, it'll still work, but I don't think it's as entertaining.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Agree.
I think I'm not saying it has to be Punk. I'm not saying you need an equal talker. No, you just need somebody that can either react to what MJF is saying or somebody that can force the issue and intimidate MJF the way King did the other night.
Yes. One of the other.
I think that works. Yeah.
But he has enough to carry both guys.
Yeah. Good point, JP. When it comes to AEW Championship, Swerve and Page will turn each other. You're not wrong. The problem is Swerve and Page get way over his faces. It would be dumb to turn either one of them. It would be right now. I just don't see the point of it. In that company, sometimes, Ray, and I think JP said this earlier in the show here too, which we've repeated ad nauseum on Tom Clark's Main Event, is that heels and faces don't matter in that company. At least they don't believe it does. So, because of that, you just get these weird moments of like, why is this person turning and why is this heel working this heel? And it's like that all the time. And I can't explain it.
But don't you see them doing more of the traditional? Maybe I'm hallucinating, but I see more of their matches now going traditional heel face.
Because it works.
Yeah, it does work.
It works.
100%.
And they can get as artsy as they want to. We have to do nuanced storytelling. We have to do Shakespearean drama. It has to be new. Take a good guy and a bad guy, create a conflict, throw them in the ring, have them beat the snot out of each other. That's pro wrestling. This is not hard. And I think
preach.
Not just AEW. I think when any company can get out of its own way and stop trying to be so artsy and go for an Oscar nomination, when they could just remember what brought them to the dance. If you got a favorite pizza place and they throw 20 other items on the menu, you only started coming there for the pizza. Get the pizza right. Okay, I don't care what you do with this other stuff, but the pizza starts tasting weird, I'm out. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I know. I agree. WWE does it a little bit now. There's a lot of weirdness where you don't know who's the face, who's the heel. But I noticed AEW recently, within the last couple of weeks, their Dynamite show is their traditional heel face.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to come into the middle of the room and say, "Oh, who's the heel in this one?" Where I was 4 or 5 months ago.
And I'm not anti-nuanced storytelling, but yeah, I feel like I got to quantify my comments because somebody will always end up going, "Well, you mean you just want stupid pro wrestling?" It can be subtle, it can be textured, it can be layered. I'm a Marvel guy, kids. I followed the Easter eggs from the first Iron Man movie to Endgame, and I appreciate it when they paid it off. I loved it. So yes, I love textured storytelling. I'm here for it. All I'm saying is in pro wrestling, which should be simple, and you do too much of that, it makes it too difficult, which I believe you don't need to do. Don't over-season the stew. That's all I'm saying.
Amen.
I just feel like sometimes it's...
Well, I'm very old school. I think it's traditional. I need someone to boo, someone to cheer.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you something, kids. Right now, today, January 23rd, 2026, the day before the storm of the century, you heard it here first or last if this storm kills us all. But you heard it here. My words will go down in infamy. The day that this business forgets what brought it to the dance is the day this business is over. Okay? Because I get it. It's no longer about convincing people it's real. That stuff stopped the day that the old guy told everybody it was fake. Mm-hmm. So I understand, and I'm not saying we should go back to that. I've never advocated for that. Okay? But I'm telling you, the moment that this business decides collectively, we're over it, no more heels and faces, it becomes something that may still make money, but I'll never watch it again. I'm done. That's me talking.
I couldn't agree with you more.
JP says
Jeff
maybe Tony.
Right on the button.
Yeah.
He's seen the light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, the matches are old traditional heel face. People are booing, people are cheering. That's the way it's supposed to be. To be successful, to get an audience, to get people involved and engrossed, yes. MJF is a heel. Brody's the good guy. Everybody's doing the grunting and the barking. That makes sense.
And look, I won't stay on the point any longer. But for anybody that disagrees with me, you are welcome to disagree. But here's all I will tell you. When you go to a wrestling show, there's a reason why the heel comes out scowling and the fan reaches out and he goes, I'll hit you. And he's mad and upset and just ticked off. And then his opponent is smiling. He's slapping high fives. Come on, guys. Sit there and tell me that crowd doesn't react the way they are trained to react with a heel in the face. Tell me it doesn't happen. I'll call you a liar to your face, baby. Because the crowd is reacting as they should. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, amen.
It works. Like you said, it works.
It just works.
Don't mess with it. Maria says Hogan versus Warrior was face versus face. It's one of the greatest wrestling matches here. A match, Maria, that happened on one night. You're not wrong. I'm not saying there's not exceptions. God, I knew this was going to get me in trouble. I'm not saying there's not exceptions, everybody. Let me quantify that comment, okay? All I'm saying is, in my opinion, you can't build a successful company on that.
You can't.
I don't believe you can. Okay?
No.
I just, at some point, and everybody talks about AEW, too much blood. I'm not going to lie to you. At any given time, there's way too much gore depending on what they're doing. I'm like, there's too much gore. There's too much stuff going on. Maybe we could take a break from hardcore. I get it. But if you take away all the blood and hardcore and take it all away, never do it again, people are going to start complaining. When is this going to get edgy again? When are you going to start having people with smash mouth again? What's happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. If it's all scientific matches, people are going to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You got to throw some mix in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, there's always going to be that one off match where it's, face to face, and the better man wins and they shake hands. I'm cool with that.
Yep. To her point. Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like at the end of the day, dude, like you got to have somebody that's generating the crowd, someone that you're booing. When Swerve Strickland comes into the ring, everybody's up on their feet and screaming whose house. And it's because he's gotten over as a face. Hangman Page, everybody loves him. Cowboy, you know what? He's a face. MJF, everybody's booing the you know what out of him. It's determined he's a heel. You got to have, in my opinion, you got to have a line.
JP's right. Will not last long term. Just won't. It won't last long term. No chance. And by the way, to everybody talking about heels and face versus face, sure. But in every face versus face match, somebody's got to take the heat. That's the problem. That's the problem with face versus face. One of those guys got to take the heat because one guy's going to get beat down. So how do you decide which face should get beat down more? The face that's more over gets beat down more. Because the other face, probably not much of a face. Or not as big of a face as the other guy, put it that way. Someone's got to take the heat. You can't have 50-50 all the time. Eventually, someone's going to fall to one knee. The arm's going to get worked. They're going to get slammed. They're going to get thrown out of the ring. Eventually, heat's going to have to happen. It doesn't have to happen all the time. But, I don't know.
I agree. I agree with you 100%.
People love what they love. And they're allowed to love it. And I'm allowed to love it as well. But I'm also allowed to critique it just as people critique their stuff as well. That's really all I had on deck, man. That was it. And then just back to news and notes. If
Okay.
anybody's got anything more they want to keep talking about here today, in the comments, please feel free to let us know. We mentioned AEW Revolution earlier, kids. There's been no matches officially announced for that. And yeah, we'll see as time goes on. There will be, I'm sure. We still got 2 months to go before Revolution gets here.
That's gonna be huge.
Let's talk a little bit about Cody there, Ray.
Okay.
Once again, WWE fans are kind of being weird toward him, as they did in AEW. Cody's a very unique kind of character for many different reasons, but I want to know what you think about the whole heel and face as it pertains to Cody. What do you think about this?
Cody's, in my opinion, I keep using that word. I got to stop. From what I see, he's coming across he's looking too desperate to get over as a face now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just my perception. But look like he's trying too hard now. He was already over as a face. People were liking him, but now I feel like he's trying extra hard to get over as a face. I'm sure the powers that be don't want him to turn because his merch is selling. People love him. And, the angle that they have him in, look, like I said, he's like desperate to just get over and like, hey, I don't care if I'm the champion, just please like me still. And I don't know how long that's going to last.
I think Cody's a unique character because Cody's one of those characters where if his promo lasts 2 more minutes, he's turning heel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the stuff that Cody says is great to a point, and then you're like, I don't want to hear any more of this. Not because you don't like him, but after a while, it starts to not feel real anymore. And he's come a long way in his promos. I think back in the day, he had actually hired an acting coach, unless I'm misremembering this, to help him with, being on the mic and knowing how to carry himself, which is okay. It's fine.
Okay.
But, and I love Cody, honestly. But I think, Cody's gimmick also in this day and age is hard for a lot of people to kind of get behind for a lot of different reasons that I won't go into here. So, I mean, when he was leading Bullet Club, chomping on the cigars with the black hair, it was easy to boo him. But what happened was he got cool again.
Yeah.
He got cool in a way he had never been cool before. And so he eventually turned face. So Cody's definitely got an edge, but the version of Cody we see today and the version that was in AEW, no, this guy didn't really have an edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To a certain degree, maybe, but not full blown.
I agree.
JP, great point. Continental Classic and also the G1 in New Japan.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Tournaments. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to have heel versus face all the time. You're not wrong. I'm just saying overall, as a philosophy of pro wrestling for your company, if you stray from it and say it doesn't matter, we're not doing it anymore, I think that's a problem. Because at that point, why even have heels and faces to begin with? What's the point?
Yeah. Have them all be in the same locker room at that point.
Yeah, have everybody play nice or have everybody play bad, play dirty. Who cares?
Yeah. 100%.
I just don't think you're going to see that. Robbie says, remember when Cody had the face shield and tried to be heel? It was hot garbage. Are you talking about when he had the way back when in WWE? That was a while back, yeah. Fernando says the character Homelander didn't exist. I don't think these weird Why are they weird wrestling fans, though? Because they want him to turn heel. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I think they want him to stay face.
I mean, some people they're booing him. Some people booed him in AEW. Mm-hmm. Look, I can tell you my definition, Fernando. You're asking, you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you. Here's what I think. In my opinion, I don't think the white meat babyface thing works anymore all the time. I think you can do it to a point. There are exceptions. Everybody relax. Orange Cassidy is an exception. Danhausen is an exception. Eugene, who was a white meat babyface, they started booing Eugene.
Yes.
I mean, it works to a point, and then it doesn't work anymore because good, wholesome, pure as a driven snow. I always do everything right all the time. in my opinion, I don't think it gets over like it did in the 80s. And in the 80s, it stopped getting over. When LOD turned on Dusty, they cheered them.
Oh, yes. I remember that too.
Against Dusty, people want their faces to have an edge. I'm fine with the babyface having an edge. I've never had a problem with that. Ever. That's what we've become. It's fine that it's like that. I just think you need to have a mix of different kinds of personalities and talent and gimmicks for everything to kind of work together as a variety show, as pro wrestling has always been meant to be.
Yeah. But look at Swerve. He's got a really strong edge. He's not kumbaya, and he's edgy. People like him.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have that angle. You got to have that. I agree with you 100%. You can't be like all, unicorns and rainbows. It's got to be an edge to you. 100%. 100%.
Ray, what do you think? Thoughts on Matt Cardona back in WWE?
The fact that he's losing everybody's not good, but hey, if he's making money, he's with his wife, kudos to him. I was going to say he earned his way back. It makes it sound like he didn't have a career outside WWE. He sure had a career, Had a great career.
He proved he doesn't need them.
He doesn't.
And if something goes wrong and he leaves next week, he's fine.
Oh,
so I kind of feel like the ball's in his court now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he could write his own narrative. He doesn't have to be there. I agree with you.
Yeah. Nander says, I listen to the podcast and they're obsessed with Homelander Cody. In my book, that is weird. Oh, I see. Well, you didn't clarify that. You said fans want him to turn. You're talking about podcast hosts. Podcast hosts aren't wrestling fans.
Yeah, come on.
I'm just messing with you, Fernando. Yeah, I don't hammer the Homelander stuff in too much either. It's there, but I don't, the memes got old pretty quick. Like in a week, they got old. I'm with you. I see it, but I don't, whatever. I do think he would be having this problem without it. To be honest with you, I think he'd still be having this problem without it. It's that, I'm close to saying stuff about that character, and I'm not going to. JP says, I think the Fatu Rhodes match is just filler till the Royal Rumble. I mean, Jacob Fatu looks great, man. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that, Ray?
I don't know. Is Fatu a heel? I don't get that. That's another angle I don't understand.
Well, he screwed Cody out of the title, right? Didn't he help? He interfered.
So that makes him seem like he's coming across as a heel. Maybe that's why Tony Khan is switching his gears, because he's like, WWE's doing this and it's not getting over, so maybe I should go back to a traditional storyline. Because I got to tell you, dude, the last couple of weeks have been very, very old school tradition. I love it, but, I'm hoping he stays with it because the fans seem to be into it. But this Cody thing is weird.
It is. Tim's got a good point. Jacob Fatu's getting cheered. Cody might get booed out of the building. Where's it going to be at? Where's that show? Royal Rumble. That'll determine a lot of it, too.
Is it in India or Saudi Arabia?
Is it? Did they move it over there? Oh, Lord.
I think it is. It's definitely not in a place in the U.S.
Well, for India, I just fine. Yeah, I was going to say if it's in the Kingdom of Saudi. Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of over that. Let's see how. Tom, if you were given a chance to sit down and have dinner with Adam Cole or myself, who would you choose and why? Asking for a friend. Well, Adam Cole's never took a run at me live on the air before like you have.
There you go.
So you might dug your own hole with that question.
Your autograph for your son?
What's that?
Didn't he sign an autograph for your son?
He did.
So there you go. That's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And it was nice to him, right?
Very nice. Great guy.
There you go.
Oh, my God.
I met him. Super nice guy.
Yeah. Kidding me? Those eyes? Good Lord, that dude.
Lord.
Beautiful
Dude has got
eyes.
the look.
I'd
Beautiful
marry
eyes.
that guy. You kidding me?
I would too.
He's gorgeous. Look, I'm secure. It's 2026. I don't give a crap what anybody thinks. That's a gorgeous man right there, boy.
He's a good-looking dude.
I hope it works out, man. I'd love to see him. And you know what? If it's not going to happen in ring, I hate that. But, buddy, I'd give him the biggest backstage role I could afford to pay him, and he'd have a job for 20 years if he wanted to stay. I'll be honest with you.
Amen.
Like, for real. If that's what he wanted, I'd absolutely give it to him.
He wants to do
I don't know if the words...
play.
Yeah, he won't be head booker in that company, but I'd give him as much as I could, dude.
True.
Good night, Sandy. Thanks for hanging out, brother. Let's see here. Do I think Sonya Deville will be successful in TNA? All the best to her. I hope it works out. What's her ring name over there? I forgot.
Something divine or something?
Something like that. She just showed up.
Not a horrible name.
No. Can you say AMC pulling the plug on TNA Impact doesn't improve? I think it depends on what the deal is, Maria. I think it depends on how long the deal is and if there's an out clause where the network can cut ties if it wants to. I hope not. I hope they get enough time to get everything clicking on all cylinders. AMC is not a pro wrestling network. Never had pro wrestling before. So like I'd give them a chance to build an audience. Can't build an audience in one show for sure. For sure. Tim says this match, Cody versus Jacob, will be tomorrow night, Saturday night's main event in Montreal. Oh my God, Canada. Oh, that's all bets are off then. It's Bizarro world up there, everybody. It's true. There's no telling what'll happen. David says he didn't attend Attack Rhodes. He was after Drew and Cody hit him first. Oh, well, there you go.
Okay.
Canada's a whole other world, man, up there. I mean,
yeah.
You know, those fans have fun. You got to respect that.
But everything's in kilometers. So you already got me. You got me like, nah, I'm good.
Everything's bizarre world up there, as the king used to say. All right, kids, let's wrap this sucker up. We've been on the air for almost an hour here. If anybody's got any questions, pro wrestling or non-pro wrestling related, just throw them out there. Is that Daria Ray, JP? That's not a bad name.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
I've heard worse.
Yeah. I'm surprised she doesn't want to wrestle anymore. I think she could still go, no?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. All the best to Shingo Takagi out there, kids. They've already announced a return date for Shingo. Shingo got hurt. Some sort of weird rib cage injury in New Japan. I saw the match. It looked like nothing. I don't know if it was a nagging injury that they just covered it up with that move to write him off of live events for a while. Not sure what happened, but yeah, very weird.
Yes, I agree.
But I think
isn't Zack Sabre supposed to main event one of these big New Japan shows soon? That's what I've been hearing.
Don't know. It's possible.
Hmm.
TMDK have the never open weight 6-man titles over there now.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So Will says, "Oh my God, Wilf is getting cold where he's at. Ooh. Minus 40 in Winnipeg, brother. You can have all that. Have it all and keep it." Maria says Sam Jackson or Wesley Snipes. What do you think, Ray?
Go first? Oh,
Yeah.
Sam Jackson. Sam Jackson.
Really?
Yeah, Snakes on a Plane? Come on.
Snakes on a Plane.
But though I love New Jack City. Yeah, I still have to go Sam. I still get Sam. It's close.
I love Sam. I'd have probably to go Sam, although I love me some Wesley Snipes too. All right. This one's for you, Ray. Who are your top 5 current female wrestlers? Go.
Current. Okay. Willow. Wow. Definitely Timeless.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely one of my favorites. And you said current, so Timeless, Willow. Is there anybody in TNA that I like? It's decent. No. I don't follow a lot of WWE wrestlers there. Oh, definitely a Mercedes. She'd be 3. Anybody in NXT? I'm definitely missing people. I guess I'll say Rhea Ripley, and I guess Stephanie Barker.
Ooh, 2 good calls. I'll throw Stephanie and Rhea in there for me. I'll throw those 2 in as well. Tony Storm's number 1 for me.
Yeah,
I think Tony's just. I think she's the one for me. She's just the complete package. She's just that match the other night. Look, it had dawned on me as I was watching that match, and this can sound weird. It dawned on me as I was watching that match that this This doesn't look like a women's match because it shouldn't look like a women's match. It should just look like a pro wrestling match. And it absolutely just looked like a pro wrestling match. They were hitting as hard as any man hits, taking bumps as hard as any man takes. I can't believe it took us this long to get here, but we're finally to the point where we can look at women's matches and say it's a pro wrestling match. So that's pretty freaking awesome.
I love Timeless. So she's your one. You have Rhea's in there. Raquel's there. Who's your other two?
Mercedes is in there.
Yep, you got to put Mercedes.
For sure. I think Jamie Hayter's in there too.
Oh, I didn't think of her.
I think Jamie's a complete package too, honestly. Let's see. E says Dusty or Sheik. Dusty.
Dusty.
I love Sheiky Baby though, because you know. I put you in camel clutch and humble you.
That's a good one.
I humble the Hulk Hogan. Tim says, Tom always wanted to ask you this question. Most impressive in the NBA, Magic scored 40 points as a center in 1980, or Isaiah Thompson scored 26 points in the fourth quarter against Lakers in Game 6 of the 88 NBA Finals playing with injured one leg. Ray, take this one.
Magic.
Which one's more impressive?
Magic by far. He's playing out of position. He's playing center. You know how hard that is? He wasn't big enough. He was like 6'9". Centers are like 6'11", 7 feet. So Isaiah's great, but at least he was playing his natural position. And I don't think he was that hurt. And they lost that series anyway.
Good answer.
They lost that series anyway.
Hey man, I'm a Jordan guy. I'm not picking Isaiah Thomas. I'm not going to pick Isaiah Thomas to pack my lunch. That ain't happening. If he's working a drive-through, I'll go to the next place. He's a great player, but I just...
Yeah, I understand.
I haven't forgot that year they walked off the court and went and shake hands with the Bulls. Come on, man. Grow up.
Grow up.
Joe DiMaggio or Mickey Mantle. Ooh.
Oh. You want me to go or you got it?
You're a baseball guy, man.
Mickey Mantle. I'd rather have the drunk than the racist.
Oh, my God.
One had alcohol problems. The other one had some alleged racist problems. So I got to go with the Mick.
It's getting warm in here. 15 degrees, the high in Colorado today, and 20 degrees tomorrow. 23 for the AFC Championship game Sunday. There you go.
Bad news for Jeff. Your team is going to get blown out. Only because your quarterback is done for the year.
Oh.
If he didn't break his ankle, you would win.
Maria says, have you figured out the clues for the Doomsday trailer? I have not researched the clues for this. I'm sure there's some people out there doing picking up the breadcrumbs. I'm just enjoying watching them right now, Maria. I'm going to be straight with you. I'm just enjoying them. Don't be giving nothing away. Here's what I'll tell you, Maria. I heard this past weekend on Kevin Smith's podcast that supposedly nothing you're seeing in these teasers is going to be in the movie.
Ooh. Don't
know if that's true, but that's supposedly the word, is that they filmed all of these just to be able to release them rapid fire to whet your appetite to go see the movie. You ain't got to whet my appetite. I'm going. That's it. December 18th, 2026 gets here. I'm in the theater. End of story.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for it. Robbie says DDP had been showing that after wrestling, you can find a new avenue outside of wrestling. He helped Jake Snake and Lex Luger through their health and other issues. If he were to open up some physical therapy rehab facilities, he could help many more. What are your thoughts, Ray and Tom? I mean, I think if he had a financial backer who could back him opening a chain of establishments. See, here's what I'll tell you, Rob. In my opinion, the bigger you get, the harder it is to do quality control. So let's say there was a plan in place for DDP to have like 5 storefronts in 3 states or 2 states or whatever. I don't know what the answer is. I'm just spitballing. He can't be at all those places at all the time. So he would have to have very trusted coaches and individuals working for him that he could trust and depend on and who are reliable. And it just gets tougher the bigger you get, in my opinion. But I've never tried DDP yoga or Ray, but I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I'm all for it. He's helping people. DDP's a good guy, so I'm all for it.
Printer says, Ray, what are your thoughts on the Lakers drama with the Buss family?
Some of the stuff she said was true. Like,
Fill me in.
She was saying that the mural that LeBron had when he first came there, people were offended because at the end of the day, dude, LA's Kobe town. like him or don't like him, respect him or don't respect him, that's the world. I've been to LA several times. You badmouth Kobe, you might as well just leave. He's God there. He's the king. He runs that team. So they put the mural up, I think, a little too soon, and they defaced it because at that point he hadn't won a championship. This was in 2018, I guess 2019. So they were like, why are you giving this guy a mural? He hasn't won anything yet with the Lakers. He finally won one, but, she brought it, to light. And I think LeBron was a little upset about it. Yeah, so it is what it is. But she was speaking truth. As great as LeBron is, like I said, it's like Chicago. Jordan is God. You don't like Jordan, you put up a mural of some other Chicago Bulls player, it's not going to go over as well. Put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to say Dennis Rodman is the greatest Bull ever. People are going to hang you by your neck.
I think I get what you're saying, but I think the better comparison may be Derrick Rose. I'm just trying to think of somebody who maybe became the face of the team after Jordan.
Okay, that's a great example. Derrick Rose, yes.
Just an example. I don't know. But no,
that's a really good example. That's an excellent example. Derrick Rose, great Chicago Bull. He won MVP, led the team to the Eastern Conference, I think, finals or maybe like championship. Yeah, and you put a mural of him up before he had accomplished that. A lot of Bull fans would be upset. If you put it up after, say, hey, Derrick Rose got you to the Eastern Conference Finals. Derrick Rose is your MVP. Okay, maybe it's not that bad. But to do it before, like when he first came there, all these Jordan fans can be like, what are you doing? Jordan's God. Like, what are you doing? So that's what it was. That's it. I'm going to steal that analogy on Monday.
Feel free.
Thank you.
JB says, I'm sorry, Ray is wrong with all his sports knowledge. I love how he capitalized the word sports knowledge. Proper nouns. The Broncos are going to surprise the Patriots and win.
Hey, let me tell you this, Jeff, and I'll end it here. If Brett May plays as bad as he did against Houston, you definitely could win because you can't turn the bone over 5 times and win a game. So it was just that game was a battle of who stunk more. CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud is horrific.
Tim says Rose led the Bulls to the East Conference Finals. Well, yeah, I think Ray said it was possibly championship, but
he led them to the East Conference Finals by himself. So Derrick Rose is an outstanding player. I think he goes very underrated, but to put a mural before that happened, I think that's what happened with LeBron.
Fernando will give you the last word, my friend. That way hopefully you'll like the show now. You'll like us. I'm just kidding. Shaq or Kareem? It depends on what the basis of this question is. If you're talking about dominance and power and strength, Shaq. If you're talking about basketball IQ and knowledge and patience, that's Kareem.
I can't agree more. And if we're talking about free throws, it's Kareem.
Yeah. Was he? I guess he was effective from the free throw line, wasn't he?
Yeah. Shaq is horrific. I think I can shoot better free throws. So if it's that, if it's just dominating the paint, it's Shaq. If it's the whole overall game, it's Kareem.
That Shaq had worked with coaches like shooting coaches and taking time off the court away from games in the offseason and really tried to work on it and could not. Him standing on the line to shoot a free throw is one of the most comical things I've ever seen because it looks like
I don't think he ever got over 50% from the line. No, it's always like in the low 40s.
It looks like a giant trying to like throw a marble into a thimble or something. You know what I mean?
Amen, brother.
Speaking of Rodman, man, Rodman's shooting free throws. When he's with Pistons, it was one thing. When he's with the Bulls, something else altogether. They'd line up, they give him the ball, shoot. This stuff where they wait and they drill, he just shoot. And like it would go in. I remember one game it went in. He just turned around and went like, it went in. Great. Like I can't believe it went in. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they would not have done what they did, by the way, as a unit without Rodman. No chance.
Question.
I'm telling you right now. I just don't think it's possible. Well, kids, that's going to do it for us here today. We got to go brace for the winter epic that is arriving tomorrow. So before we get out of here, Ray, tell all the kids out there where you are on the internets.
Yes, you could find me on the Facebook and the Instagram. Obviously, find me on the Boink Studios page, Ray Sports and Slams, Monday at 6. We'll be covering the NBA. We'll be covering the NFL playoffs. And I'm going to find a way to get some wrestling in there because I do miss talking about wrestling. So get ready. Monday, 6 o'clock, boinkstudios.com. Like, share, subscribe, buddies. Everybody, please follow.
There you go. Ray, thanks as always, my friend. Hang out for a minute, will you?
I got you, brother.
All right, man. That was Ray All Day Kids, Ray Dean from Ray Sports and Slams, live every Monday at 6 p.m. As we said at the opening of this show, kids, fingers crossed that we all make it through this weekend okay. And assuming that we do, and hopefully we do, that we'll not have any issues with power and whatnot coming up Monday. We will have to, roll with the punches and see what goes on and what happens and where the day takes us, where the weekend takes us. Look, we appreciate everybody very much. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us here today. Thanks so much for being patient with us, as we said at the beginning of the show today. And since we missed last week, do me a favor, kids, if you will, please and thank you. Please go follow us on the YouTube. It costs you nothing to do. And none of our content is behind a paywall. It never has been. I'm not saying it never will be. All right. But, in terms of right now, today and the day we're talking, nothing's behind a paywall. There's the link again in the chat. Just go give us a follow on the YouTube. We got content dating all the way back to 2014. Several podcasts to choose from. If you're not a pro wrestling guy or gal, or you'll got content. If you prefer Marvel or album reviews or streamers, reviewing streaming shows, if you review, prefer talking about bands and music and songs, if you like sports, if you like mysteries, if you like novels, books, video games, we got a little bit of everything. If I find the category that we're missing, I'll bring that host on next to help us flesh it out. So if you're a host that is doing something that we're missing, shoot me an email. Let's have a conversation. So please go support Boink Studios, kids. We'd appreciate it very much. Thanks as always, folks, for hanging out. As we said before, everybody, again, if you live on the East Coast and you're bracing for this weather this weekend, please be careful, be safe, stay home if you can, take care of yourself and each other. And as always, kids, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We should be back a week from today, barring any unforeseen circumstance. So please stay tuned to the Facebook page and the YouTube, and we'll update you wherever we can on coming events, coming podcasts, episodes, and all the above. Thanks again, as always, folks, for hanging out, and we'll see you next time, kids.